All right, everybody, what is good? How you doing? How you doing? Let's finish up this all signs video, huh? For about the last 2 weeks, one little issue that keeps popping up is I'll get kicked off my live stream and YouTube doesn't let me know what's happened. That's probably happened about, I don't know, 5 or 6 times in the last week or two. So it happened again. And I was just so damn frustrated. I was like, fuck it, let me just lay down and meditate. Nothing more annoying than when I'm sitting here reading, everything looks just fine. And then all of a sudden, like 400 people drop out of the chat. And I'm like, what's going on? I open up on my laptop, it's just black. The screen's black. And it doesn't even let me know. Usually, when the live stream disconnects, I can see it on this end. The screen will lock up and the little spinny thing will start spinning around and it blacks out and I'll see. But I don't know, man. It's been doing this weird thing. It'll black out on your all's end, but on mine, it looks totally fine. And I'm sitting here reading for like 15, 20 minutes and I have no idea that anything's even going on, So, all right. Anyway, so this is Virgo through Pisces. If you need a personal reading, the information is in the description of the video. All right, let's go ahead and jump on into this, man. There y'all are. What's up, y'all? How you doing? All right, Virgo. What messages do we have for Virgo for the first week of March? What are the messages for Virgo for the first week of March? All right. Boom. Ooh, the Hierophant. Eight of Swords, Five of Cups. See, same message. It's the same damn message that came out in the last reading. I was thinking, well, maybe the universe does that because I'm giving the wrong message. No, not really. Same damn message. So, it looks like there's something that you either walked away from or you're about to walk away from. I'm thinking for the majority of you already walked away from this. And the theme that most of the signs have been sharing for the week is here we are in Pisces season. March is an astrological shit show. And most people are being put in positions that's giving them the chance to shed old vibrational baggage. That's the theme for the week. I don't pick the theme, that's just the theme that comes through. But Virgo kind of always seems to be a couple of steps ahead of everybody. You already know. Most of you don't waste time piddle fucking around. Don't waste time with no bullshit. Maybe you wasted some time, maybe. But it's getting to a point where I'm thinking that you can tell that this situation is a complete and total waste of time. And I think it hurts to walk away from this. It does. Again, I don't know how long. I'm trying to determine, but it's right here in the middle. So I can't tell if this is something that happened a while back, something that happened very recently, or something that's about to happen right around the corner. But I think the Virgos that need to hear this message may just need a little bit of reassurance that you're not making the wrong decision. You're not. Because this situation... Now here, I will say this. I will absolutely say this. I don't think that the soul contract has come to an end. I don't think so. So technically, there is still room on the table for the two of you to try to work things out. But the energy is just so fucked up that intrinsically, you know that it's a complete and total waste of time. You know that. Thank you, Noah, for the super chat. Appreciate you. Thank you. So some of you may be doubting whether or not you've made the right decision, because I think you can feel deep down inside that this soul contract is not complete. It wasn't supposed to end like this, but at the same time, you're going absolutely nowhere trying to fight a losing battle with this. So that's kind of what I'm thinking this message is for. It's the same message that came through earlier after it cut off on y'all. Same one. Same one. So I think you have a lot of other love options available to you. And I'm thinking a lot of you either aren't aware of it or you're not interested. One of the two. One of the two. I can't tell which. Usually the Four of Cups comes out for that, but Seven of Cups, Eight of Swords is a very similar energy to Four of Cups. Anyway, okay. All right, same damn message. Wow. Okay, well, let's get some advice for Virgo for the week. What advice do we have for Virgo for the week? Boom, boom, boom. Hey, look what I just say. What I just say, man. Four of Cups. Told you. No, I'm thinking that I'm trying not to be too specific, but this feels like a very specific message, man. Very specific. I guess if this doesn't resonate with your situation, check your moon rising in Venus. But I'm thinking that there are some sun, moon rising in Venus Virgos who need the reassurance that you're making the right decision. Okay? Because you have some pretty hefty assignments, missions, and soul contracts coming up in 2025. Pretty hefty. And fucking with this particular situation could very easily pull you off of your path. It could. So, for those of you who are not interested in a bunch of other love options right now, that's probably the best course of action to take. What I would do if I was you is I would just leave the door open, metaphorically speaking. Leave the door open, get on your path, return to balance, get your vibe right, get your mind right, focus on your goals, and just leave the door hanging open. If a love offer or a love option wants to make its way into my life, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But if not, I'm trusting that the universe says that it's not time yet. So, yeah, I'm going to tell you, just like I told everybody else, March is going to be heavy. It's going to be heavy. March is a month to chill and relax, okay? The month to chill and relax. It's not a month to try to force things to happen. It's not a month to try to drive yourself nuts trying to figure things out. It's a month to relax. You're making the right decision. Walk away from anything that's holding you back. Shed whatever vibrational baggage you possibly can. You're on the right track. Whoever needed to hear that, man. All right, let's see what's happening with Libra. Libra. What are the messages for Libra for the first week of March? Messages for Libra. Ooh, Knight of Wands. Okay. Hang on. Ooh, Knight of Swords reverse. Thank you for the super chat. Taliana? I hope I said that right. Thank you. Appreciate you. Okay, so you connecting with somebody. It feels new, honestly. This feels new. It feels new. But regardless, you got somebody trying to make their way into your life that something about this triggers your defenses. Seriously triggers your defenses. Possibly maybe some inconsistency. I don't know if maybe this person just feels a little bit immature, but you definitely don't want to jump head first into this for some reason. You're doing the best you can to keep your head above water and not make any stupid emotional decisions. Maybe for some of you, this person could be very materialistic. Maybe for some of you, they have a lot of money. And, you know, it seems like there's something very superficial and fake about this person. And at this point in the game, you ain't no dum-dum. You may have fallen for some shit like that in the past, but you ain't so quick to fall for that shit now. Could be a Pisces for some of you. That's the only card I have here. Could be anybody. That's just an energy. Okay. And I'm feeling like some of you are getting a lot of mixed signals from this person. With the King of Cups upright and the King of Pentacles in the reverse. Something just feels off about them, man. Something feels seriously off. Okay, we're going in circles. All right. Well, let's get some advice. Let's see what the advice is. What's the advice for Libra? What's the advice? Whoa. You know what that means, right? That means walk away. Why walk away? Why is the advice for Libra to walk away? Why is the advice for Libra to walk away? Because it's a waste of time? How does Libra know that? Look, dude, the exact same cards keep coming up. Okay. Well, I think this is just a prime example of listening to your intuition, honestly. Prime example. You know, if it triggers your defenses, don't worry about why it's triggering your defenses. So many people, I've had to explain this to so many personal clients over the last few days, that when you feel very hesitant and doubtful about another person, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter why you feel that way. The fact that you feel that way will lead to the demise of the connection, no matter what their intentions are. What are some of the main causes behind being confused about somebody's intentions? Why would you be confused? Let's talk about a few of the reasons why that might happen. A, you're intuitively picking up on something that's off about that person. That's one reason. B, you are still so broken, unhealed, and traumatized from past shit that you've been through, and the lens through which you view the world is so cracked and broken that you are completely incapable of picking up what that person's putting down. That's another reason. Or C, the two of you are just such a vibrational mismatch that neither of you are capable of picking up what each other's putting down, even if both of you have the best intentions in the world. Those are the three main reasons why you would be confused about where you stand with somebody and what their true intentions are. Which one of those reasons is an excuse? Which one of those reasons can be put aside and you could lay a solid foundation based on that energy? None of them. None of them. It doesn't matter what the reason is. You ain't going to lay a solid foundation with anybody while there's doubt, fear, and confusion. Right? So when you're so unsure about what somebody really wants with you, at the end of the day, if your defenses are triggered, you're better off walking away. It don't matter if this person has nothing but the best of intentions in the world. If you can't pick up what they're putting down, it'll lead to the demise of the connection. All right. Scorpio. Scorpio. What are the messages for the Scorpio family for the week? Scorpio. What are the messages for the Scorpio family for the first week of March? Ooh, the Hermit. Some of y'all dealing with a Virgo, possibly. Kind of feels like you're laying low. Laying low. Maybe even isolating a little bit. Sticking to yourself. Yeah, that's laying low. You know, sticking to yourself. Staying away from everybody. Staying private. Being quiet. Staying out of the spotlight. Focusing on your work, your finances, staying in your own lane. I'm seeing some communication coming in here. But honestly, it feels like somebody you're not even interested in. Either you're not interested in them, or they're just not expressing what their intentions are. That could be what it is for some of you. It could be somebody that's interested in you and they're communicating with you, not saying nothing, not opening up and expressing how they feel, just communicating with you, hoping that you'll catch the hint and make a move. But it's either flying right over your head, or you know it and you're just not playing that game. You ain't interested. I can't tell which one it is. But there's somebody very interested in you, very much so. But with the Lover's card, King of Swords here, it's like they're not expressing it. They're not showing it. And with the 8 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, and the Hermit, kind of feels like, for whatever reason, you're just wanting to lay low, focus on your goals, focus on your money, stay in your own lane. And it doesn't really look like this is going anywhere. Could be an Aquarius for some of you. Also have Taurus and Gemini. Could be anybody. Those are just energies. Devil card. Okay. Yeah. So here's what I'm trying to figure out. Are you ignoring this on purpose? Or are there little hints and whatnot just flying right over your head? It's kind of hard for me to tell. I can't tell. Could be a Capricorn for some of you. Okay, whatever. Let's get some advice then. What's the advice? Ooh, 3 of Wands. 2 more shuffles. Seven of Cups reversed. See? Okay. Fool card reversed. It's not time to jump head first into anything right now. Devil card reversed. It's not time for a sex-based connection. It's not time for a new start in love. How am I going to say this? Don't put so much emphasis, which I don't think you are. I'm just throwing this in there just in case. Not only for the month of March, where most people are being told to sit and chill, but just in general. Don't put so much emphasis driving yourself nuts trying to chase what you want. There's a time and a place for everything, but focus on what you attract. Focus on what you attract. Don't chase, attract. Now, I'm kind of feeling here like this person, even if the two of you were to try to come together, I don't even know if they're mature enough. Even if you were interested in them, even if they were really coming forward with a love offer, the energy here doesn't really feel like they're mature enough to be the person you would need them to be anyways. Could be somebody at the workplace for some of you. I'm trying to figure out if you're ignoring this person on purpose. Okay, so let me just go based on my intuition. You know what my intuition is kind of telling me? That the majority of you know who I'm talking about. Or at least you have an idea. For example, that person at the workplace that likes to come up and start that little conversation with you, And you can't put a finger on it. They haven't like directly, overtly flirted with you, but you have this funny little idea that they might have a little thing for you, but you can't prove it. It just kind of, you have this little intuitive feeling, and it's like, why does this person always go out of their way to walk all the way across the building? They don't have any business being over here. They just come over here just to start an awkward little conversation with me. What? Am I just overthinking this? No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. And those types of situations, if it doesn't fall in line, this March is not the time to worry about something like that. If it's not falling in line, if it's not coming together and flowing naturally, harmoniously, and organically, leave it alone. Leave it alone. So I don't know how many of you caught the first part 1, but I was saying that every time I do an all signs, there's always one big general theme that all of the signs share. And it's something different each time, but I'll see this one theme that at the very least 9 or 10 of the signs all share the same theme. And I'm seeing that this week, that most of us are being told to just lay low. Most of us. Either lay low, or if you're dealing with a situation that's fighting against you, let go. Let go or lay low. One of the two, depending on what kind of situation you're dealing with. So for those of you who didn't catch the first video, Pisces season. Okay, Pisces is a mutable sign. What are the mutable signs? What's mutable? Mutable comes at the end of the season. Mutable energy is the energy that manifests the closing out of a cycle. The closing out and the changing from one cycle to the next. So the cardinal signs, Aries, Cancer, Capricorn, and Libra, start at the beginning of the season. That's the energy that initiates the starting of a new cycle. The fixed signs, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, and Leo, are dead in the middle. Fixed. The middle, the dead center of the season. And the mutable signs are the end of the season. It's the closing out energy of changing, the changeable energy. It's changing, transitioning from the end of the season so that the cardinal sign, Aries, can start the real new year. The real new year. Aries season is the real new year. And we all, I don't care who you are, don't care what your sign is, don't care where you are on the planet, we are all being put in situations right now that's giving us the opportunity to shed vibrational baggage. Because if you got vibrational baggage that you need to shed and you don't do that, this Aries season is going to be rough. It might be rough anyways, but it's definitely going to be fucking rough if you carry the same karmic vibrational baggage into this Aries season that you accumulated from last Aries to Pisces season. So that's the theme that I'm seeing this week. All right, well, dadgummit. Who we on now? Sagittarius? All right, what are the messages for Sagittarius? Sagittarius, first week of March. What do we got? 3 of Pentacles. Some of you could be dealing with somebody at the workplace, I guess. Hang on a second. Bam, Death card, man. What'd I tell you? What did I tell you, dude? Hang on. Let me see what else comes through. Okay, well, so I'm thinking that what I just tell you, closure. But here, I'm going to have to clarify in a minute. I can't tell if you're getting closure with a past person or what. But wait a minute. Let me clarify before I speak on that. Hang on. Let me see. Yeah, two of swords reversed. Three of swords reversed. Ah, okay, yeah. I'm thinking that somebody wants to come forward and get closure. But I can't tell whether or not any action is being taken. Somebody wants closure with you. I think they might be a little bit scared to come forward. So somebody you fell out with in the past. Actually, it feels kind of recent. I think it's been weighing on them very heavily and they want closure. They're just too afraid to come forward because they're afraid you're still mad at them. Could be a Scorpio for some of you. Also have Aries, Leo. Could be a fellow Sagittarius. Got the whole fire element here. Yeah, see? It's been weighing on them very heavily and they want closure. And from the looks of it, it looks like you doing so good right now that you could give two diddly shits about this person. That's the way they see it. I don't know if that's actually how you feel, but man, it looks like you got it going on. It looks like you got it going on from the outside looking in. And so they're a little bit intimidated, a little bit afraid to come forward. Let's get some advice. What's the advice for Sagittarius? What's the advice? Advice for Sagittarius. Whoa. Maybe this deck doesn't want to cooperate. It's a brand new deck. I got to break it in. And it just threw a fit and went all over the place. Let me grab another one. Advice for Sagittarius. Okay, Eight of Pentacles reversed. Five of Wands reversed, dude. You are karmically tied to this person. I think a lot of you know who I'm talking about too. So, okay, let me just put it to you like this. If you're serious about your spiritual path, let's never mind everything that we've talked about in regards to March, Pisces season, retrograde season, eclipse season. Let's put all that aside. Let's just talk about the spiritual path, period. If you dead serious about your spiritual path, dead for fucking serious, eventually, it's going to get to a point where there's going to be something from your past that you're not able to fully let go of. Something. I don't care who you are. Something. There ain't a single soul on this planet that is wise enough to just completely heal and transmute everything inside their own heart. Okay? I mean, you would fucking ascend up to goddamn heaven if you were that spiritually wise. You wouldn't even be here. And it's okay, man. That's why we're fucking here. You know what I'm saying? So eventually, you're going to find yourself with no choice but to either carry this karmic tie with you for the rest of your life, or clear the air. Eventually, at some point. So let me ask you this. Have you fully transmuted this particular situation? Let me just ask you that. Now, a lot of you know that, you know, when I talk about healing, I talk about energy transmutation, which means either A, assign that experience a meaning, Or B, take the energy that was created by that experience and use it to deliberately create something new. Then once you create something new with it, then you use that new thing to redefine the meaning of the experience. Now, a lot of people don't really understand how to fully wrap their minds around that. Oh, I've assigned it a meaning. You know, oh, I learned this little lesson, I learned that little lesson. That's not assigning it a meaning. Oh, no. Not just saying, well, I learned that I'm emotionally codependent. Or I learned that I have unhealed childhood trauma. Or I learned that I have low self-esteem. Those are good. Those things are good. I'm not saying that they're not. Okay? But that's just the understanding phase. You haven't transmuted it until you're able to see so clearly why it was meant to happen the way it happened that you're glad it happened. That's when you transmuted it. The meaning behind the situation is so crystal clear that you're glad it happened. Now think about that and think about how much unprocessed shit you're still holding on to. It's okay, dude. We all are. I know there's a lot of fake spiritual public figures out there that are full of shit. They blow so much smoke up your ass. They like to pretend that they're this perfect little enlightened being. Ooh la la. You know, it's a crock of horseshit. They're holding on to karmic baggage. I'm holding on to karmic baggage. You're holding on to karmic, but we all are, dude. We all are. We got to be real with ourselves about it. And it's just a conversation for you to have with yourself. It don't matter what you tell anybody else. The only thing that matters is the conversation between you and the universe. It's all that matters. So you ask yourself, have I fully transmuted that? Am I so clear as to why that was meant to happen the way that it happened that I'm glad it happened? If not, at some point, it'd be best to clear the air with this person. At some point. Do it when it feels right. If it don't feel right yet, then don't do it. And I know there are some exceptions to this, okay? This may not be very many of you, but I know there's probably one or two of you dealing with a person that it would not be a very wise idea to contact. I know you all are out there. I know there's a couple of you out there dealing with an incredibly dangerous person, and contacting them would not be a very wise idea. It could put your life or your safety in jeopardy. That would be the only exception to this, okay? The only exception. But honestly, that's not very many of you. That's a tiny little handful of you. The majority of you, you could clear the air with them. Wouldn't nothing bad happen. You could. So just be thinking about that. Be thinking about how long you're willing to carry that karmic tie with you, and just do it when it feels right, okay? All right, Scorpio. That was sad. Was that Saggy? Yeah, that was Saggy. Okay, Scorpio. Wait a minute. No. Scorpio said, this is Capricorn. Capricorn. We did Scorpio, Sagittarius. Capricorn. Okay. All right. Capricorn. What are the messages for the Capricorn family? Messages for Capricorn for the first week. Woo, you got something new coming in. But it's Knight of Wands. So hang on. Okay. Ooh, Empress. Whoa, hold up. What? Something new coming in fast. Yep, new communication coming in. God damn, dog, you got 2 aces. So, yeah, something, I see. Okay, so something new's coming in. And you got, not really your doubts, but you're approaching this situation with caution. Now, spoiler alert, I think this is going to be long term. But maybe this person, I don't know if they're just a little bit immature. Maybe, could be a fire sign for some of you. Maybe they're just so enthusiastic and energetic that you're wondering if they're love bombing you. You're having a battle between ego and intuition. You're having a hard time deciding whether or not this is too good to be true. A real hard time deciding. I think it's making you a little bit nervous. Making you a little bit nervous. I think this is going to be long term, though. Whoever this is communicating with you, let's just put it like this. It's a long-term soul contract. I'll put it like that. Page of Swords, Ace of Swords. Okay, Page of Pentacles, King of Wands. Long-term soul contract coming in. Long-term soul contract, but it's just something about this person's energy that maybe it's not their energy. Maybe it's your energy. Maybe it's your energy. But we've already talked about this earlier. You know, that confusion, being confused about their intentions could make for a bumpy start at best. At worst, it could completely sabotage the whole soul contract. Okay. Well, I don't have nothing else to say about this. You manifested this, though. You're getting what you manifested, and you don't even realize it. Especially those of you who have been intentionally manifesting. You're getting what you manifested, but it's going to be in a way that you didn't really expect. Like I saw this funny meme on Facebook a couple days ago. And it said something to the effect of, why is it that I only attract married men? And then it showed this little thing where the universe says, well, you were trying to manifest a husband. You got to be specific. You know, I'm thinking something like that's kind of coming in. Something, I mean, not like, you know, I'm not saying you're attracting married people, but you're getting what you manifested in a way that you wouldn't expect. Like, for example, I want to manifest somebody who is not afraid to open up and express their emotions. Somebody that, you know, is very, very passionate and loving. Well, and then you're getting somebody that's very, very passionate and loving and open up and express their emotions. And they kind of come across a little bit immature. They don't have a filter. As soon as a thought pops in their head, they barf it out their mouth. You know, and it's like, whoa, that's what you manifested. It's just an example. That's what I'm kind of thinking is happening here. Because you got the Magician, you manifested this. Whether you manifested it on purpose or by accident. You know, whatever that was that you've been sitting around thinking about, this quality that I want in a person. I want this quality in a person. And then you get that quality in a person, and it's not what you thought it would be. It's not the way you painted it up in your imagination. Long-term soul contract, though. It is. Let's get the advice on this. What's the advice? Advice for Capricorn. Four of Pentacles. Two of Cups, Ace of Swords. Focus on that communication. Okay. I got to be real careful how I word this. Within the realms of morality, common sense, and common human decency, don't be afraid to step outside of your comfort zone and do things that make you a little bit uncomfortable. Within the realms of morality and common sense. I'm not saying go do something immoral. I'm not saying go do something wrong or stupid or bad. But don't be afraid to step outside of your comfort zone and try new things. Don't be afraid to open up and connect with a person that you couldn't really picture yourself connecting with. Because if you and this person are able to come together and pull this off, this is going to play a major role in transforming you into a very, very, very different person. 2025 is the fucking year, man. This is the year that it all starts to change. And I know some of you have just heard us say that so many times over the past few years that it just goes in one ear and out the other. I get it. I get it. There's been so many false starts and false flags and beta tests over the last 5 years that we've all thought, okay, here it is. And then, you know, things start to seem like they're going to crescendo again. And it's like, oh, here it is. And then, and that's just happened on and off and on and off and on and off so many times for the last 5 years that a lot of us are just like, man, fuck it then, whatever. Maybe it's just not coming. It's finally fucking here. 2025 is the year where nothing is going to be the same after this year. Nothing. Nothing. And none of us are going to be the same after 2025. By the time 2030 gets here, you'll be able to look back and see that 2025 was a major, major year in the pivot that created massive change. And that's in all areas, aspects, and facets of life, especially in your love life and in your social life. A lot of people are going to be connecting with people on a very different vibrational wavelength. And it's going to turn you into a very, very different person. Allow that process to happen. Give yourself permission to open your mind to ideas that you may have once thought were impossible. Give yourself permission to throw some old belief systems away. I know that sounds cute to talk about, but to really actually do it, to really actually tell yourself that this thing that I've been believing in my whole life, that I was taught by my parents, that my parents was taught by their grandparents, my grandparents were taught by my great-grandparents, could be a load of horse shit. This is a belief that has been carried down my bloodline for generations, and it might have to stop with me. I might have to be the one to break this shitty belief. Scary thought for some people, dude. Scary thought. And that's a lot of what we're witnessing right now worldwide in general. How many people do you see out there who are just falling apart, losing their minds, going absolutely insane? Because they're desperately clinging to their old beliefs. Desperately. 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 All right. Aquarius. 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 What are the messages for the Aquarius family? Actually, hang on, Aquarius. I'm going to make you wait for a second. I'm going to shut my window real quick, and then I'm going to get some good vibes in the air. Let's get some good vibes in the air and burn them like we just don't care. This shit smells bomb as fuck, dude. Thank you, Kristen, for the super chat. Appreciate you. This was a birthday present from my mod, Michaela. Y'all ever see Michaela in here as a mod? She sent this to my P.O. box as a late birthday present. I was like, damn, this shit smells bomb, though. I will definitely be getting another box of that when I run out of this. All right. All right. Okie dokie, Aquarius. Aquarius, what are the messages? Boom. Ooh, 4 of Wands. Okay. That's an open door of opportunity. Let's see what it's all about. 2 more shuffles. 2 more. Pow! Page of Wands. Karmic wheel in the upright, man. Oh. Wow. So we have the Ace of Cups, 8 of Cups, King of Cups reversed. I'm thinking there's an open door of opportunity for you to get closure with someone in the past. So far, it doesn't really look like anybody is taking action. Doesn't look like anybody's taking action. So I'm thinking you're walking away from this and starting something completely new. I'm seeing something new come in. Maybe, just maybe, you're finding closure in your own heart. You would be the first out of all the signs I've read for the week. That's what it's saying, though. Look, what else would this be? What else would that be? What's that? Walking away and finding your own closure. Yeah, and you're connecting with somebody new. You're connecting with somebody new. Maybe, some of you may have dealt with somebody who's just so immature that closure would not be possible. Page of Wands. Could be a fire sign for some of you. Are you dealing with somebody that's so small-minded, so immature, so narrow-minded, and maybe for some of you, just straight up out and out stupid, that they couldn't even begin to process closure? They couldn't even begin to take a look at themselves. They couldn't even begin to understand the error of their own ways. And so it's like closure's pointless. It's pointless. No talking to this person. There is literally no talking to this person. So sometimes it be like that, though. Actually, you know what? Honestly, from my experience, those people are the easiest people to find closure with in your own heart, and from my experience. You know, somebody who just is just so, I hate to sound this way, I'm an Aquarius too, but so stupid. You ever dealt with somebody like that? They're just so dumb. Not to be mean. I know that we Aquarians have a really bad habit of sounding condescending, you know, and we can tend to be like know-it-alls that think we're smarter than everyone. And I don't even mean it like that. Like, I'm not even coming from that place at all. There are really some people out there who are just so goddamn dumb. You're like, how the fuck do you take care of yourself? How the fuck are you just roaming around society, working a job, paying taxes, buying groceries, tying your own goddamn shoes, wiping your own ass? You know, there's some people that are just that stupid. And if you ever dealt with somebody who's that stupid, which I have, it's easier to find closure, to me. When you can't talk to them, there's no fucking point. There's no point. They're too stupid to understand the concept of what went wrong. They're incapable of comprehending anything outside of the little bubble that they live in. Whatever the hell's going on in this thing right here, they couldn't even begin to comprehend that there's anything outside of it. So there's no point in talking to them. It's kind of easy to close that out to me. I think it is. I think it is. It's kind of like if a fucking monkey stole your wallet. Let's say you decide to take a trip to goddamn fucking China or something like that. And a goddamn monkey jumps out of the bushes, comes up and steals your wallet with $1,000 in it, and runs off. Yeah, you're gonna be pissed. You're gonna be pissed. But it's a goddamn monkey. It's a fucking monkey. There's no point in holding on to anger at a monkey. You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay. I'll quit beating that drum. But that's kind of what this is feeling like here. That is kind of what this is feeling like. Let's get some advice. Let's get some advice. What's the advice for Aquarius? Let's use this one. Advice for Aquarius. What's the advice for the Aquarius family? King of Pentacles reversed. Ace of Cups. Hey, well, it's time for the next contract to come in. It's time. Yeah. Well, if the door's hanging wide open and this person doesn't choose to come take action, fucking close it. See? There it is again. Just remember, I was just telling this to some other sign a minute ago. I forget who it was, but you got to find that closure in here. Ask yourself this. If I could, would I go back and change it? Ask yourself that. That's a great way to test whether or not you've fully closed something out and released it. If I had a time machine in front of me right now, would I go back and change it? Or would I leave it exactly how it is because I fully understand why that was meant to happen the way that it happened? I'm glad it happened the way that it happened. It sucked. I wouldn't go back and relive it. I wouldn't want to experience it again, but I would not change it. I wouldn't change a damn thing because I see why it was meant to happen. Ask yourself that. If you do think, man, I wish it wouldn't have gone down like that. I wish it would have went different. You got some healing to do. You do. Oh, yeah, you do. Oh, yeah. Think about that. Think about all the people walking the planet right now who are unhealed. How many people have regrets from their past? Things that they wish they could do differently. And understand why there are so many billions of humans stuck on the karmic wheel. So just know that. But yeah, no, I think you're making the right decision. But don't let a new relationship distract you from healing that needs to be done from the past. And definitely do not jump into a relationship with the sole intention of using that relationship to distract you from pain that needs to be healed from the past. Abso-fucking-lutely do not do that. Okay? If you got to move on from something from that, okay. All right. But you better not let that sink in the quicksand. That pain, that unprocessed shit, don't let that sink. I'm telling you, that shit be like the horse in the goddamn never-ending story. It's sinking. And the more time passes, it's sinking and sinking and sinking and sinking. Before you know it, Atreyu's horse is going to be fucking gone. It's sunk to the pit of your subconscious mind. And you think, well, it don't hurt no more. I'm over it. No, the fuck you ain't. No, you ain't. That's a karmic tie. Okay, the horse may be at the bottom of the quicksand, but you're still holding on to its reins. Its reins are still tied to you your whole life. You just don't realize it because you can't see the horse no more. Think about that. All right. Pisces. Pisces. What are the messages for Pisces for the first week of March? Boo boop be doo. Boo boop be doo 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 doo. Pisces. Too many cards came out. Let's get 2 shuffles. Pow. 2 of Pentacles reversed. There's you, boo-boo. That's all you. Okay. Woo! You connecting with somebody. Is this a past person or a new person? Hang on. So communication coming in. You connecting with somebody. I got this 5 of Pentacles here, though. Okay, this is somebody new. Okay. Okay, so you're connecting with somebody new. But I don't know if I'm still feeling some past. It kind of feels like there's some past energy in here. I do think there's some past energy in here. This is kind of telling me somebody new making their way into your life, and I don't know what the problem is. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why, but it goes from new communication, new person coming in, right? And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, pow! Pops off into some drama and somebody's getting ghosted. Or maybe is that something that already happened for some of you? Did you connect with somebody new and then out of nowhere it just blew up and then poof, came to an end? Maybe that's what it is. Whatever it is, though, if this is something that already happened, I'm seeing, see, karmic wheel reversed. I'm thinking for a lot of you, this may be something that already happened, something that came to a sudden, abrupt, and unexpected end. I'm seeing, look, karmic wheel, man, I told you. We're all sharing a big theme. Seeing communication coming in. Communication coming in. But it feels like you're really holding back, got your guard up. Don't really trust the person. They might be trying to throw a pity party. This person may come back around to try to poke you and see if they can push your emotional buttons. And you ain't playing that game. Some of you may just straight up ignore this person altogether. Yeah. I am thinking that they are trying to see if they can come forward with a love offer. It doesn't really look like you're waiting on this with open arms, though. Could be a Leo for some of you. Yeah, okay. And again, somebody you're karmically tied to. Somebody you're karmically tied to. We're all being put in situations this Pisces season to release karmic baggage. Been saying it on both parts of this video. That's the theme for the week. For all the signs. Okay, well, it's not really giving me an outcome. I guess let's just get some advice. Maybe it's not giving me an outcome because it hasn't happened yet. And depending on how manipulative they are, it might play a role in how successful they are at manipulating you. I don't know. Let's get some advice. What's the advices for Pisces? Woo! Woo! Hold your cards very close to your chest. Be careful what you open up about. Hierophant reversed. You could look at this as a test. You could definitely look at this as a test. King of Wands. Yeah. Seven of Swords reversed. Don't let nobody play with you. And don't let your guard down either. So this is tricky and this is slippery because when somebody tries to weasel their way back into your life, you don't want to create more karma, right? But you also don't want a repeat cycle. So what do? Because when somebody's trying to manipulate you, they're not just gonna take no for an answer. That's not the way manipulators work. Manipulators don't take no for an answer. No, hell no, they don't. So what do? What do you do? Because when a manipulator's trying to manipulate you, and okay, so let's say you are fucking done playing games, and you put your foot down, and you stay solid and firm. A manipulator's gonna get very frustrated with you, very frustrated, and very pissed off. And again, most manipulators, they didn't just wake up yesterday and say, you know what, I'm going to start manipulating people. Most manipulators have been that way their whole life. We learn how to manipulate people when we're toddlers. We try to guilt trip our parents into letting us have the fucking Reese cups before dinner. We try to, at least, you know, and there's some people who grew up in such fucked up conditions that that's the only way they've ever been able to make their way through life. So that's all they know. So they're really fucking good at manipulating people. Well, some of us have been manipulated and used and abused and played so many goddamn times that we've learned, haven't we? You put that goddamn foot down and you don't let them play that game with you. Well, they're not used to that. They're going to start getting frustrated, especially if it worked on you in the past. Oh, a manipulator's worst nightmare is for you to learn your lesson. All right? They don't want you to learn your lesson. But you learn your lesson, you put your foot down, you don't let them twist your emotions. You don't let them guilt trip you. You don't let them get that emotional reaction out of you. Then they start getting frustrated. And the frustration grows and grows increasingly and increasingly. And after a certain point, they eventually end up losing their cool and throwing a fit and blowing up on you. Well, all that does is create more fucking karma. That's all that does. So how do you mitigate the drama and the karmic bullshit? What I would say is you give the person a little closure speech, okay? They're probably going to try to weasel their way in very clandestinely. Don't let it happen. Give them the little closure speech. And as they keep trying to push and poke and push and poke and push and poke, just block them. Block them. Block them. I wish you love, light, prosperity, success. I wish you the best. Block. Block. They won't quit. They won't respect your boundaries. They can't read social cues. Block. How about that? You can't tell that I'm keeping you at an arm's distance. You don't have common fucking sense to read a social cue. I don't want to start an argument with you because I'm not trying to create karma. So what do? Block. Block. Go Aaron block a bitch on their ass. Send love and light their way and then hit the block button. If they keep trying to overstep those boundaries. They know what the fuck they doing. Don't let nobody fucking play with you, dude. They know what they doing. All right, y'all. I feel like those were the messages that everybody needed to hear. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thanks again for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget, information for personal readings is in the description. And for those of you who missed the memo, I brought a new course onto my website. Now, Attracting Your Life Partner has gone bye-bye, and I've decided to break out Manifesting Financial Abundance. Now, there's something special about that course. I got a couple of Easter eggs in that course that you ain't gonna find anywhere else on the internet, including the science and quantum physics behind how manifestation works. I have that in that course. It's my personal contention that that little piece of information is the key behind why most people cannot figure out how to get it to work. And I put that in that course. It might be a lot to bite off and chew. It was for me when I first learned it. It took me a little over a year to wrap my mind all the way around that concept and how it worked. And I've dedicated the last several years of my career to figuring out how to break it down and explain it so that it's a little easier to bite off and chew than it was for me. So, and I paid a lot more money to learn that information than you'll pay for it if you buy that course. A whole lot, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. So, yeah, that course is going to be available all March long, April 1st. It's going bye-bye. So the link for that is in the description of the video as well. All right, y'all. I'm out of here now. I'll see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity. Stay blessed.